Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Mr. President, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day. You are the leader of the free world, and this is incredibly important that you are taking the time to do this, and we appreciate it greatly. I have to tell you that I live in a small town called Trenton, and every time I meet my neighbors, they want to make sure that I tell you this, that they and we are praying fervently for you, for your strength, your wisdom, and your courage, and that's for you and the First Family. So thank you very much, sir, and I'm going to repeat something that Sean Duffy told you in 2016. Wisconsin has your back. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Sir?
Well, that's really nice, and I appreciate it, Derrick, and it is important that I take time to do this, and you're outstanding, and we have to get you in. We need you in Washington very badly. I want to just say hello, Wisconsin. We just saw a poll where we're doing really well in Wisconsin, and it's very important that we bring Derrick and some other folks that you know about. We got to bring them down to Washington so we get it fully changed. But I've worked very hard for Wisconsin, whether it's $6 billion in boat contracts or all of the farming we've done or all of the things we've done against Canada where they were charging 286% tariffs. But I'm thrilled to talk with you today about the critical decision voters currently face in Wisconsin. And you're receiving absentee ballots in the mail this week. Be sure to request and return your absentee ballot as soon as possible, or get out and vote. Getting out and vote is great. Absentee ballots are good. The unsolicited ballots are just crazy what they're doing. But absentee ballots are good. Request it and send in an absentee ballot or get out and vote. This is the most important election in the history of our country. And I need every patriot in Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District to get out, vote for Derrick Van Orden for Congress. He's an incredible guy. He's really, so many people have told me so much about Derrick that I didn't even know. He's a proud combat veteran who spent 2 decades fighting for our country as a Navy SEAL, a very brave guy. Through 8 deployments, Derrick led hundreds of men and women, both in combat and peacetime, and saved countless lives through his decisive actions. He's known as a real hero. He's a patriot who loves America. He loves your state. Like me, Derrick knows that the foundation of American freedom is law and order. He wants law and order, and when you look at television, just turn it on, just read your papers. You'll see what's going on in these Democrat-run states. They're a disaster, not only economically, but from the standpoint of law and order. They don't even mention the words. They didn't mention the words at the Democratic National Convention. Not even. They did take the word God out of the Pledge of Allegiance twice, but they didn't mention the words law and order. Derrick is endorsed by a majority of sheriffs in the district because they know he supports the heroes of law enforcement 100%. And with Derrick, you know that you're going to have a congressman that we will never be defunding our police. And, in fact, Derrick wants to hire more police. But Derrick Van Orden is just an extraordinary guy. He's a small businessman who is a farmer. He really understands the farm industry, which is good because I think nobody's ever been better at the farmers than I have. I gave the farmers $28 billion because China targeted you badly. I took it out of the tariffs that I charged China. So we have really done a job for the farmers, in addition to the estate tax and so many other things that I got rid of for farmers. But Derrick will vote to cut your taxes like I did. We're going to cut them further, reduce your regulations, and strongly support the trade deals that have really taken farmers to first place. Very unfair the way you were treated by Canada, very unfair the way you were treated by Mexico. But Canada alone, we're charging you numbers that nobody's ever seen to do business, and nobody got it but me, and I got it when I was in Wisconsin. That's one of the reasons we have the deal, because specialty milk, not a big product, but a very important one. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I went there, I met with some of the farmers, and they said what Canada had just done to them. And then I realized that for many years you were taken advantage of by Canada. We changed it around with the USMCA in a very big fashion. Derrick's opponent, Representative Ron Kind, is a total radical left-wing tool of Nancy Pelosi. He's a puppet. He does anything she says. I don't believe he cares about farmers or about the people that he represents. He sided with the anarchist mob over the police and law-abiding citizens constantly. I see it all the time. And he helped lead the Democrats' outrageous assault on law enforcement. Ron Kind voted to give illegal aliens $1,200 stimulus checks, which our country can't afford. And the problem is they come to our country in order to pick up the checks. So he voted to give people an incentive to come into our country, pick up the checks, and then lots of bad things happened after that. And he delayed passage of the USMCA, resulting in the closure of more than 1,000 Wisconsin farms. He's very, very bad for Wisconsin. He's not the kind of guy you want representing you. The USMCA will increase our dairy exports by a lot, probably more than 50 or 60%, and we expect that, and that's going to happen very soon. It just started kicking in, and our companies aren't going to be leaving. They're not going to be leaving your state. They're not going to be leaving our country. So Wisconsin, we need Derrick Van Orden in Congress fighting to bring our jobs back home to America, to end our reliance on China, to fully secure our borders and defend our God-given rights, including the right to keep and bear arms, our Second Amendment, and also the right to life. They are under assault from the Democrats and Ron Kind, 100%. It's under assault, those things, the right to keep and bear arms, your Second Amendment, and the right to life. And with your help, we're going to elect Derrick Van Orden. I really think it's so important that I be doing this. I am busy, but it's a great state. I love that state. That state has been so good to me. We won Wisconsin, as you know, against crooked Hillary Clinton. But I just want to thank you all, and we're going to have 4 more years. We're going to have a great, great election presidentially, and we're going to get Derrick into Congress where we need him. We're going to cut your taxes. We're going to keep building up your military. As you know, nobody's ever taken care of our vets, the VA, like I have with Veterans Choice and accountability and the proper funding, and just got a 91% approval rating, the highest in the history of the VA. So whatever you do, please go out and vote. Take care of Derrick and get him down to Congress to help us. And I just want to thank everybody for taking the time on this beautiful evening, and just take the time and think about what we all said. But we have to get Ron Kind out and Derrick in. And Derrick, I want to hand it back to you, and I want to thank you very much. And I appreciate you doing this and really giving up so much, your family, everybody giving up so much to help Wisconsin and our country. Thank you very much, Derrick. You can take over.
Thank you, Mr. President. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
To affirm your support for the President and myself, Derrick Van Orden, press 1. If you're able to contribute $20 for this critical 2020 race, press 2. If you can volunteer your time to help our campaign win this district, press 3. Again, to affirm your support for the President and myself, Derrick Van Orden, press 1. If you are able to contribute $20 for this critical 2020 race, press 2. If you can volunteer your time to help our campaign win this district, press 3. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless you all and your families, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening, everyone. This concludes our event.